Right across Australia, this is Sunrise on 7. From Brecky Central, Kochie and Mel.
All right. Now, yesterday we were talking about whether gay couples should be able to adopt, and we had a huge response on the soapbox. And now there's been a development. New South Wales is set to join WA and the ACT in allowing same-sex couples to adopt children.
But let's step away from all the politics and into the reality of gay parenting. Two Sydney dads wrote to us on the soapbox and it invited us into their home. So just how different is their world to yours? In just a moment, they'll join us live. But first, here's Sunrise correspondent Simon Reeve.
That's not my car.
Stephen and Lee are raising a happy and much-loved Emile and Charlotte, or Charlie, at home in Sydney's inner west.
We turned up in Sydney end of October last year, and you know, all we've had is support from all our friends and our family, and everyone who's met us has just been like, you're just like everyone else. Thanks for keeping us here.
Born in India, the twins have already spent time in China and now here. And with the dad who's half Finnish, this will be some multilingual household. Stephen and Lee are competent and confident parents, by their actions helping change perceptions and lingering prejudice.
What do you say to those people? How do you put it?
I guess it comes down to Charlie and Emil. They're like any other child. They just want to be loved. They need the security and safety.
Anyone who comes from a loving family knows that all you need is love. And we have a lot of that.
Including from the women in Charlie and Emile's lives. Friends and extended family are always around the house, helping raise, well, a modern family.
Just like anyone else whose kid loses control in the middle of Coles, we get the odd look, but I mean, as far as anything else goes, we're just like anyone else with kids. There's her nose.
Absolutely, I agree, sweetheart. Well, Stephen Lee join us now along with Charlie and Emil. Good morning to all of you.
Hi there.
She was most impressed by seeing that. Steve, just tell us the twin story and where they came from.
Sure. So Lee and myself, we met while we were working overseas about 5 years ago, and having a family was something we talked about from the very beginning.
I think she wants to hop down.
I think she does. As we started looking at our options, surrogacy presented itself as the easiest option for us. And then the kids were born last March in India.
OK. That's a long way to go, isn't it?
It is, it is.
But given yesterday's vote in New South Wales Parliament, it was close, but same-sex adoption did get through. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes us feel great. I mean, I think it shows that the majority of MPs in the lower house believe that we should have equal rights to our kids. So in that respect, it's a great step forward.
Lee, one of the issues that came up on the soapbox is a lot of people were expressing concern about what happens when the kids are older, when they go to school. You know, it can be pretty tough. Does that ever worry you?
As any parent, we're very concerned and aware of bullying at school. But one of the reasons why we moved to Sydney was because we knew that people are accepting here. Yeah. And we're also aware that the school system in New South Wales has tackled this problem, so we're confident that it'll be all right.
We can manage.
It is one of the things that really stuns us a lot is that the soapbox on this issue can be very divisive and nasty and narky. It sort of makes your hair curl sometimes, people's thoughts on it. How do you tackle that issue? People saying, hey, there are lots of heterosexual parents who have to wait in line to adopt kids, so why don't they get first go? And things like that. What do you say to that?
And I think, we're definitely not trying to jump the line in any way, and I think what a lot of people have forgotten about this legislation is that there are lots of families, or thousands of families in New South Wales that are existing already, and all we're making sure of is that we have equal rights to our kids. So in that respect, it's quite a simple change.
So another comment I must put to you then, one on our Facebook says, if same-sex marriage isn't legal, why should adoption be?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. I guess marriage doesn't make you a good parent. So, at least in our case, we just want to make sure that Charlotte and Emil have a safe and loving home. And at the moment, Steve is still a biological father, but I don't have too many legal rights. So if something happens to Steve, these kids will be on their own. And with this new legislation, we'll be able to secure Charlie and Emily's future.
Because the point of it is, you have so many troubled families, you have so many kids in stress. When it comes to a family, it's all about the best parents. It's not necessarily background, race, gender or anything. It's just being a good parent and looking and loving after our most precious asset in this country.
I mean, that's the one thing that, you know, we both come from very loving families, and at the end of the day, you've just hit the nail on the head. All you need is love.
Tell us about your families and the support you get from them.
Amazing support. I mean, both of our parents, you know, were a little dubious in the beginning, but, you know, they're now the most doting grandparents ever, and, you know, they're a huge part of the kids' lives, right down to knitting the vest that he's wearing today. So no, we're really lucky.
Well, they are lucky. They're beautiful children, and it's lovely to meet you, so thank you for coming in.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
See you guys.
and also thank you for writing to the Soapbox, I think, because it's easy to get on the email and sort of vent and have a lot of preconceived ideas, and sort of the reason for segments like this is to show you some of the actuality,
As we
which is
say,
good.
trying to walk a mile in
Exactly, someone else's shoes. On the way, more live music from one of Australia's most loved rock bands, and we're going to catch up with My Girls for a special edition of The Angels.
the next news, sport and weather on Sunrise, the home for new Aussie artists.